Hey. We're going to do a tour, our first tour of our twice a year clear out sale up to 75% off. So longtime Fuzzy fans know that we do this twice a year. We don't let anything have a birthday in the shop. In fact, most things over here have only been here 6 months. We really like to keep things fresh around here, and we didn't have a lot that was 6 months old. So we even brought in some new yarn for you just to make the sale big and fun. And I'm going to have some samples to show you and some good deals and all those things. And I forgot to tell you who I am. I'm Cadence Kidwell, proprietress here at Fuzzy Goat in Thomasville, Georgia. And you can see all that I'm talking about at the link that should be showing up at the same time. But that's fuzzygoatyarns.com. And then you can also text us at 229-236-GOAT. So let's get to it. I hope you've got a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a cold drink, whatever your preference is, because I got some stuff to show you. We're going to start off with Madelinetosh Twist Light. For some reason, we ended up with a double order. Our error. We thought we'd see how that goes. That really is a little bit too much that we need all at one time. So that means a really good deal for you. So this Madelinetosh Twist Light was $38 and now it's $30.40. It's got 420 yards, and one skein made this Silverwing shawl. Just one. Look how pretty that is. We did a beginning lace work class on this. Lois did. And so Elaine knit this sample up so we can testify that it is, an easy knit and super fun and really easy to see the pattern as it develops. And so this is Silverwing, and we've got the pattern links up, but you could do it in this beautiful coquette color. One of my favorites here, in fact, even showing it to you again, I'm like, ooh, stop the video. I'm going to go plan a project. Is this Spring Fever. I love this orange and speckle and coral and pinks and all of that in there. And we've got a pretty good bit of that. And then we also have, oops, I got to fix this one here. This is this just in. So big swaths of blue with speckles in there also. All this is Madelinetosh, and I know I've got another color to show you. And this one here is Midnight Pass. This has such a great twist in it. It really has great stitch definition. It also has nylon in it, so it'd be great for socks as well. And yeah, this one's called Midnight Pass. Oh, such a pretty blue. So Madelinetosh is in the sale. Our spinner is full. I also wanted to show you I think I was going to show you bad sheep fingering, but I think we might have sold out of all that since I wrote my script last night. That may be true. But also what you could do with this, with the Silverwing, to make the Silverwing, we have 2 skeins of copper Corgi Blush Rush. This is the only copper Corgi that's in the sale. This is Blush Rush. This was a pink version that, Sarah dyed up for us, and we have 2 of them. It has a lot of different variation in it, but it's a really pretty kind of dusky pink, with a little bit of a brownish tone to it instead of a hot, blue tone. And it has 490 yards in it each. Yeah. It was also $38 and is now $30.40. So you're going to save some money in there. As you can see, as I spin around here, we also have, oops, I'm going to go this way. We have, Manos, Fino in the sale. So Fino, talk about great yardage, also has 490 yards, and it has, 30% silk in it, in addition to the merino. And one skein can do this lone skein shawl that Elaine knit up for us. This is a Hohi pattern. And we have the links up online. You get a little closer so you can see that cool stitch there. And then I just love the little tassels on there. That just makes it to me. And one skein did this lone skein shawl. And we have this exact color right now, and maybe just one of them. Oh, here's the bad sheep. Ha! It was buried. I think this is the only color we have left. and it is hibiscus, and it was 34 and now it's 27.20. So this is a hot pink as opposed to the blush rush, which is a more dusky pink. So I'm going to put that where I can find it over there in case one of you guys just snatch it up. And so here is the color malachite that is in this lone skein. But we've got lots of fun colors in here. We've got this, the one that I was waving around a second ago. This is brocade. So 3 skeins, 3 different skeins. I'm going to put 3 random skeins together here. Can make this girl's best friend. Now, our girl's best friend is made with a set of mini skeins and one of these. But the original pattern called for 3 of these. So you could choose 3 and make a girl's best friend, which is a lot of fun and has these pom-poms down on the end of it too. And I really like those 3 together. So I've told you about brocade and malachite. And this one here is pocket square. Not to be confused with pocket watch, which I was confusing myself yesterday. This is pocket watch, which would also be pretty. Or you could go with these 3. And we can help you find other 3 skein shawls or 2 skein shawls if you like. And the brown that is in another version of our girl's best friend is right here also. And this is poison. So that's really pretty. It's got kind of a purpley overtone to it, but a really pretty rich brown. And brown is the new color of the year. So there you go. So Rhonda's in Savannah. I'm looking at how you guys are traveling all around and watching this here. So lots of Fino in the sale. It was $44 because of the silk and that yardage, 490 yards, but it's now $35.20. So it's a really good deal. A yarn that we have here in sweater quantities, though we do have some sweater quantities of these colors too. If you wanted to make, we always like to recommend Flax Light because it's a good classic sweater, but we can happily recommend and have lots of other pattern recommendations on our yarn page. We have Alegria by our friends Manos, who run a women's cooperative in Uruguay. And we have several colors, and Flax Light is a great pattern because it goes from children all the way up to like large men's size. So lots of variation in there. You could make anything from this little tiny sweet thing, or this one here with a classic look, or I know Joanne has made this for what she calls the boy, who is a big guy. And we have this color here, which is La Vida Loca. And it was $38 and now it's $30.40. Then we also have this color here. I really like this one. This one's called Toy Soldier. That one I can't quite make out why it's called Toy Soldier. So if you know, let me know. Oh, Priscilla's in Maine. I really love Maine. We're thinking, where are we going to go on our vacation this year? And it's like, maybe it should be someplace different than Maine where we've gone the last 2 years, but I don't know. It's hard to beat. And this one here is Sage, really nice green color. Either of these would make a really great solid sweater. They also would make a great shawl, any of the shawls I've shown you. And this one is Stratus, a very nice soft blue. I notice in the screen it's showing up a little bluer than it is in my hand. So it's kind of a soft, you know, if you look at it in a dim light, you would think it's gray, but it is blue. Yes, Priscilla's saying, come back to Maine. I'm gonna have to stop the video right now and go. Yesterday I was wearing all the things that I bought in Maine. It was a dreary day and it was fun to do. Let's see, looking through here. These are the ones. So I have showing you the fingering ones that we have here on the top. And then I also have over here, let's see if my cart will stand up. And some other fingering. We have some Isager in the sale. So this is Alpaca 1. It is actually a lace weight. You can see that there. And it is meant to hold together with Trio 1, which is also a lace weight. Though you could hold these with something else or do something all on your own. Alpaca 1 has alpaca in it, as you would expect. 100% alpaca. trio is linen, cotton, and bamboo. And Melissa has done this beautiful Helga sweater in this exact color. And every time she wears it, I'm just envious. Oh, and then of course it has an opportunity for buttons, and we do have some buttons in our sale too. So we not only have this really pretty burgundy color, in both of them, we also have this color here. This is, they give them numbers. This is 47. And so it's a lovely color. It's a gray, but just has the slightest kind of purpley bluish tint to it. It's really pretty. And either one of those would be pretty on their own. And then we also have, this one here is indigo. Oh, it gets a name. Okay. So this is 54, but this is indigo. And you could put those two together. And I'll show you one other pattern. If I can get my display. There's some good deals down here too. Okay, cool. There is Alpaca 1, E0. Only in this, we don't have the trio one in that. But you could, what it would be really pretty is to marl these two together. This one is nougat. So the trio one was 16 and now it's $12.80. So if you're thinking, oh, I don't really want to hold things together, that's double the amount of yarn. Well, this is $12.80 for 383 yards. So now that it's on sale, it's an even better deal and really isn't going to be more than yarn together. I'm sorry, a single yarn would be on its own. And this one here is called Peach. Being living here in Georgia, I'm not sure I'd call it peach. It's more like a dusky, slightly peachy taupe. I'll give you that. It was 16 and now it's $12.80. So you save quite a bit when you do those, and you could do those two, hold those two together. And I think this one is really pretty too. This one is called Schoolgirl, and you would hold the Alpaca 1 here with our Merlin, which is a sport. And you would hold those two together to do this. I just think the neckline and the details on those sleeves is really sweet. And we have the links up on the product pages. All right, I'm going to slide this around. This display has been handy, but our UPS man has kind of taken it out on his way in and out of the store. So I'm going to put it over there before it falls over on me. Let's go to some other sport weight yarns that we have here. Let me get to Milo. And so when I was getting this set up yesterday, I was like, oh, I got to show them what to do with the Milo. We've got lots of Milo. Actually, we don't have near as much as I thought we did. So it's already been going fast. So Milo is a really great blend of merino and linen. And it was $38, and now it's $30.40. And we have Kibosh, and we have Kelly, and we have Japor. And the pattern Licorice Twist Vest, let me show you the front here, was actually written for Milo. So you can use Milo for that. You can also use Milo for, I'm sorry, you can also use our Manos Alpaca Heather, because it's also a sport, for the alpaca vest. And we have that in 2 different colors, and I'll tell you about those. So the Licorice Twist Vest is super fun. I really enjoyed it. Lots of it. Melissa did a class on this. Lots of people in the shop have knit it. I love wearing it. I think the split hem is super fun. So I highly recommend that. And what the Milo was 38, 380 yards, was 38 and is also 30/40. And the Alpaca Heather, I wish you could feel this because Elaine knit up this sample for us, and I'll tell you about the sample in a minute. The Alpaca Heather was 20 and now it's 16. So that would be really fun to make the Licorice Twist vest with. And we have this color here, which is Juanita, and this color here, which is Cactus Flower. And Elaine knit up Making Waves for us in Cactus Flower, and it's that cowl bandana that we just love because it sits still on you. Sorry, I got the tag right there in front. You know, so, but you don't have to worry about, is it going to come untied and all that. It just kind of stays there. So this is the Baking Waves, and it blocks out beautifully. So while you're working on it, you may think it doesn't look like much, but Elaine brought this to me and she said, here, let's see what happens when you block it. And I used blocking wires, and it just opened this lace up, and the alpaca, it just turned out really lovely, I think. Thank you, Elaine, in the stitch definition. Okay, then we go over to our DK, and our DK cabinet is a little skimpy over here, right over there, because we've put a lot of it in the sale. And that includes also from Manos Silk Blend. This was $26 and now it's $20.80. And like its name, it has 30% silk in it. And Elaine knit up for us this sample so that you could see. And she knit this in this color here, which is Labyrinth. Again, kind of a gray with a slightly purple cast to it. And look at this lace detail down here at the bottom. And then the little speckles just by doing a little purl bump every now and then. This one is called Cherry Rumple Vest. And with a white shirt underneath, you would see that lace. That would be really pretty. So they, did I tell you the price of that? It was $26 and now it's $20.80. And it feels just lovely. It is it merino? It feels like it's merino. It's overcast today up here in the front of the store. So excuse me, I can't quite see that on that one. Let me try this one here. It's got 30% silk and yes, 70% merino. So, and it's a single ply. So it's just lovely. And it's got a little bit, the light catches it in just the right way. So it's not shiny, but just enough to give you, you know, a nice little glow to it. Oh, that feels really good. Also in our DK section is yarns from our friends at Urth. And I love this green color. We have at least these three colors. We might have some more in that also. Okay, so this is Urth, and it is the monochrome DK, and it was $36 and now it's $28.80. And we think that would be, and they also have numbers. We think that would be beautiful in this wulai wrap here. Look at that detail. It's actually got a lot of kind of similar effects to this, only long and wrappy and DK. So it wouldn't take way too long to do that. I might have been covering up my microphone there, so I apologize for that. Okay, so that's the DK. Now, down below, we have some worsted. We have sweet. Okay, so let me move this around over here. This is Madeline's first sweater. It is the Weekender in worsted. Also, a really great split hem here that I really like. I need to put it on a different color mannequin, don't I, so that you can see those details better. And it's in a worsted. And in the sale, we have worsted. We have sweater quantities of terrarium. Manos in Alegria Grande, really nice, rich, mossy color, that would just be really pretty in the Weekender. And then you can also do it in Urth worsted. And we have a lot of colors of the Urth worsted also that would be great. So it's a great time in the sale to get yarns, in a sweater quantity for that. But say you're not really feeling like a whole sweater, on my main trip, I did this October, I did knit in a week this Lonely Tree shawl scarf. I love it. It's a lot of fun to wear. It's in worsted. And so you could use like 1.5 skeins for that. And it would make just a really and I love this because it's graphic enough that you can see the pattern, even if the yarn had a little bit of variation in it like that. Let's see. And also with the Alegria Grande, Elaine knit this Yeska cowl, Y-E-S-K-A, up for us. Let's see. And just love the ripples in it. Look at that. I didn't even fuss with it. I just put it on and there it is. And so the Manos Alegria Grande was 34 and now it's 28. So you're going to save $7 on that. We also have some speckledy yarns that would be pretty also in the Weekender because it's a simple one with the pearl slip stitch down the front, but it would also be really pretty in dotted rays. And that is this oleo it's a single ply, feels amazing, also from our friends at Urth. And it was, let me see where I have that. I can't find it. Oh, 28. It was 28. Now it's 22.40. I forgot to mark it on the tag yet. So you'll save some money for that. And you can make probably a pretty nice size one with one, but even more with two of them. And then we have some yarns over here that will felt. So we brought back our French press slippers. I know Penny is making those because I'm pointing over there. We've got some buttons in the sale over there too. So the French press slippers can felt. And so that's really fun. And so we have this color here, which is cactus flower. And this one here, which is La Perla. But maybe that might be just a little more feminine than what you had in mind. We also saw a lot of these being knit up last time we had the felting yarns, and it's the men's loafer slippers. So that's really fun too. And felting is just fun. Like it needs water, hot water, so water, heat, and friction. And you put it in your washer and, it was something to agitate it like a towel. And you stop it frequently because you can't unfelt it and see how it's happening. And then you keep going. So I think felting is a lot of fun. We also have at this time, just 2 of these left in the sale, which also felt, which is 50, which Manos did for one of their birthdays in recent years. Let's look at some of the kits that we've got on sale. Flip around a little bit over here. And you can see our goat welcome that Dawn brought us. It was so fun with the little goat on it. All right. So our Lux Flux, is in the sale. So this is how it knits up. And we have a couple colors still left. We have this really pretty blue left in the sale. 2 of those, it looks like. And then a really lovely kind of rust. And it's 2 skeins of a merino fingering and then 1 skein of the lace in there. And it won't take you long to knit that up. So those were in the sale. Those were $84 and now they're $65.60. Our Koigu bucket hat is also in the sale, and we have 2 colorways. We have this original colorway, and then we also have a blue colorway, and they were $78 and now they're $46.80. And then another one we have in the sale that I want to make sure you know about, is the Painted Plains kit. We have a better picture of the shawl, but Melissa has knit this up in the past and gifted it, so we can't show it to you anymore. But this is the original, and it's a lovely yarn. It is got silk in it and merino, and the Painted Plains kit was $138. And you get these 3 skeins. You can make something else if you wanted. And it's now $110. So that's a nice savings also. And I realize as I'm spinning around here, I forgot to show you some other fingering. Also from our friends at Urth, we have this Feza sock yarn, and Elaine was knitting the cutest socks with this, showing us how it's striped up and patterned. And then she used a contrasting red for the heel and the cuffs and the toe. So cute. Got a little bit of sparkle in it. And then we have others, anything that range from a nice charcoal and black, which is sometimes hard to find if you want to make some socks that go with black, up to a nice sweet pink and yellow that stripes and patterns. This would make a great Elizabeth Zimmerman baby surprise jacket. And then this one also has little flecks in it as well, so it makes the pattern even more complicated looking, but not complicated to do. Sometimes that's just the way we like it. Although right now I'm starting a complicated pattern and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I'll tell you more about that next time. Then we also have in our fingering sale is the Nepal, Pascuali's Nepal. And Melissa's knit several things with this. This is cotton and linen, and this wildflower tea would look really pretty in that. And look at all of these colors that we have. It was $14, already a good price, and now it's $11.20. So you can do that with those fingering yarns too. We've got a bunch of books in the sale also. We've got several of Marie Green's, The Joy of Yarn and Knitting Light, and the Knit Wraps and Shawls book is in there. The Tapestry book is really cool. So let me come a little closer and show you that one. This one is not a project book, does not have patterns in it, but it shows you for national parks the temperature change over time, and shows you where the park is, shows, and then somebody has mostly knitted, occasionally they're woven, a temperature scarf to show you the temperature changes. So it's a really fascinating book for a history of what's happening in our national parks, but also to just show other, I know they're out there, non-knitters, that, you know, the things, the statements that you can make with knitting as well. So this one here is Cape Cod, and it shows 1936, 1952, and 2019. So we have, and then we have some sock books also in our, so you could get this would be a great gift for somebody. You could get a sock book and a skein of the sock yarn and put that away and have it to introduce somebody to sock knitting in the coming year. That would be great. And then we have just a few left of our foolproof embroidery books, which just yesterday, Madeline and Carolina were talking about how they want to knit just a plain sweater and then embroider on top of it. So that would be lovely. Bags. Yeah, hitting the half-hour mark. I still got some more stuff to show you. So we have we're figuring out which Ori bags you like best. So we're kind of clearing some of these others out so that we can get more of the others. So we have the Bantry medium backpack in the sale. This is great. This is the size that Deanna has, and she loves it. And she's able to just put lots of projects and her work things in it all at once. I love these Bantry bags because they have handles that you can grab it also, not only by the backpack strap. They're made from recycled fibers. They're waterproof. I like this canvas on the bottom so that when you have to sit your bag down, Mr. Fuzzy Goat uses one of these when we travel. So we have the medium ones in the sale. Then we also have, the Finchley, and we have a couple colors of that. The Finchley is a slightly different style. See, we got to get them all so we can see them, check them out. The Finchley's are really cool because it's got this back pocket here in the back here. Susan was getting one of these yesterday. So you could put like your wallet or your phone in there. It's got a pocket on the side with a little bit of elastic for a water bottle. It has a zippered pocket in the front. And then I like this little extender here. So if it needs to be open that much, you know, if you need to pack that much into it, you can still have that top part, or you could fold it down. And then the same great features on the inside with pockets and even little, it's hard to show you that, but even little pockets for credit cards and stuff like that. So that could be like almost like your everyday bag. So let me tell you, they were 114 and now they're 91.20. The Bantry ones, the medium, and the Finchley was 90 and now they're 72. And our boat tote, because we went all in on those, and they're ready to go to their new homes. So they were 38 and now they're 18. So you're going to save $20 on a boat tote. And just because it's not election season anymore, voting is still just as important to keep in mind. And I also love these bags because there's a small little pocket in there so that you can put like your essential stuff like your keys and still get right to them when you need to. Let me flip around over here just a little bit and show you a few more things. Oh, got to grab these. These bags here, sadly, are not being made anymore. Ashley made these in Athens, Georgia. We love them. We had her make lots of them, and she's not making them anymore. So we need to send them on to you guys so that we can buy other bags, which you know we will. These were $98 and now they're $78.40. I love this style bag because it's great for car trips and sitting next to my seat at home because it's deep but wide, and so I can have my projects down in there. And then Ashley also made these. We just loved every single thing she made for us. And she ice dyed this in fuzzy goat colors. And I have a project bag that she sent me like this as a prototype, and I can use it with really 3 skeins of yarn in there. And they were $72 and now they're $57.60. Also in the bag category, and I don't think I'm going to keep these in the sale until they're gone. I'm just going to keep these in the sale until we get our inventory down a little bit. So it's a great time to get these, is our Aran Flet clamshells. These are great for putting my stitch stoppers in, collecting those and putting them in there. Laura suggested that to us a while ago, and I was like, oh, brilliant. It was also perfect. I was telling Madeline this yesterday because she's getting ready to go on a trip. This is a perfect little notion bag size. So when you need just a little, you're not taking your whole notion bag, but you need just a little bit to put your yarn cutter, your stitch stoppers, a few stitch markers and so forth. This is really perfect. And they were $32 and right now they're $25.60. You can also put in that a few of these sweet little things. We got our smiley leather tape measure. Sorry, I'm distracted by what I'm trying to read and and how cute this is. So you're going to save over $10 on one of those. Our Yarny Barbie House enamel pen. This can come off and be a progress keeper, so you could mark it how you're doing. So those are super cute. You can save $7.20 on those. We got a way overstock on the cozy cakes, so you can save $2. I'm a center pull girl, and these are really helpful for those. I'm not going to go over to the sales section right now because I've literally spun myself into a corner. But we've got our alpaca bears. You can save $12 on our alpaca bears, $36 on our cashmere poncho, and over $18 on our great holiday stockings right now. I'm wearing my blueberry vodka lemonade by Thea Coleman. I love it. It's the second day I've worn it. I finished it Christmas evening. I am going to crochet along on the inside to narrow up the neck a little bit because I feel like that's a little looser than I want to be for when I want to wear it without something underneath it. But I just love it. I did it in Uncommon Threads Cocoon. So with the cue of our postal worker honking furiously outside, not at us, but nonetheless, I'm going to clean up what I've done here and hopefully be ready to help you with all your projects. And if you have any questions about our sale yarns or anything else that's not on sale, we're more than happy and ready to help you. Thank you for watching all of this.